There you go. I'm back again, tribe. It is not good. As you see from the thumbnail, we have more damage. And this time, I got a story for you. Let's go. All right, so you're probably wondering how, what happened? Maybe not. But guys, I went against my gut feeling. You know when you have that gut feeling and it's telling you something isn't right? That's the one. I had to test that theory out. So I had a renter reach out to me through a new platform, right? This is where it took a turn because I didn't feel comfortable with that platform. So therefore, I had to really ask a lot of tough questions. Now, normally, if you've been following my channel, my RV rental journey, I don't allow towing unless it's absolutely necessary. Now, this family, my motto is to provide everybody with a chance to go camping, whether they have an RV or not, guys. Give them tips, tricks. And when they reached out, Thanksgiving week, I kind of felt a little soft spot in my heart. Like I really had to help them out. They even asked me, please, please don't cancel, because guess what? I told them I would not do it. They begged again a little bit more. I agreed. And I said, okay, I done had other first timers go through with the same situation of being first time rentals. So that's not a big deal at all. So I decided I was going to give them the walkthrough, talk to them, give them my phone. I'm available 24/7. Any questions you ask me. There's no better resource than 24/7 access to the owner. And that's what I gave them. So as they went on their trip, they asked tons of other questions. Where do we hook up? Where do we dump at? I provide them with tons of information. They never once mentioned any damage, any details. Fast forward through the trip. As they were going to drop off, the day of drop off, a little background information. It was my son's birthday. We already had a location picked out. They gave me a time of 4 p.m. and they still changed on their own plans. They said they were a few hours behind. Few hours, okay, maybe 5, maybe 6. No, they did not arrive back to the drop-off location till 9 p.m. Normally, that would be a fee. I waived all of it. I didn't worry about any of it. They showed up. We shook hands. They explained to me a great trip. They asked me to, look around real quick. I looked around. I have several hours, several days to actually clear a RV. So as I did that, I walked around briefly, hooked up, because they had hours to drive away. I'm not going to hold up the client. So I decided that I was going to take it back home, clean it like I always do for the past 5 years, guys. I took it back home to its location. It's parked over there. I'm going to show you the damage in a second. And that's where, as I started to clean it over the next couple of days, I walked around the unit in just the slightest bit is where I found this damage. I'll show you right now. As you see, this is the unit that I am referring to. I'll show you right here. This is our original baby. This is a 2020 Sunset Trail. Now, as I was doing my walkthrough, I went inside, I cleaned everything here, and then I began to walk around the unit. I was done for the day. And as I walked around, I got right here. And as you see, this corner has been struck. It's been hit. It's peeling apart, guys. Right here at the seam. As you can see, the wood inside there. Right here. And if you're standing in the back, you kind of can't even tell, right? Right there. As I walked around, that's where I noticed this right here, guys. Clearly a scuff mark. This is where the story got a little bit better. So as I found the scuff mark, as I found the damage, the renter, I reached out to him as I told him when I find damage, I always reach out to my renters and I let them know. Okay, so this is where the story takes a little turn. So I messaged the renter. I sent him the messages. I told him to give me a call ASAP. He did not. Later on, he gave me a call back. I said, it's RV damage. He said, he was surprised. He didn't know there was no damage at all. I told him yes. And when I found damage, I would send him a picture, just like I had told him at the drop-off time, location time. I have days, I have hours to look over the unit. Your security deposit will not be released for 7 days. That's what I had told him when he dropped it off. So Once I found these, I sent the pictures to him. I went to the website, tried to put my claim in. I had to go with my Connect that I use through Wheelbase to actually start the insurance claim for me, as it is a new platform. Like I said, my gut feeling was telling me not to do this rental. So I send him the information. He doesn't reply to the pictures at all. He messages me the next day. But let me rewind. Remember, when he was going on his trip, every second he messaged me, I was messaging him back. We were going back and forth, nonstop answering questions. It was a great trip. When the damage arrived, the texting slowed down. So he didn't answer to the next day. He said, wow, that was a big hit. I don't know how I got there. Why did you meet me at a drop-off location? You checked it out. Guys, under these rental platforms, you don't have 24 hours. You don't have to make a decision on the spot. You even have contactless drop-off. But he said that I needed to do better business and that me picking it up and driving it home was bad business, guys. Might I remind you, I've been doing this for 5+ years, maybe 6 now, and I have nothing but 5-star reviews, and I could care less. So I explained to him. Actually, no. I called him, and guess what he did? He didn't answer. I don't know why. He didn't call me back either. I don't know why, but I thought we were talking about the damage, and he wanted to clear things up. But he did not answer a call, did not call me back, and still hasn't called me back. But, like I told him, I don't only send my units out. Guys, I make movies about them. So every time I send a rental out, no matter what the platform is, they require that you, most of them require or would encourage you to take photos. But in this instance, like I do all instances when I do RV rentals, I made a video instead. And in that video, it shows that there was clearly zero damage. Still frame pictures, all that you want. The day of, lots of information, just shooting the whole video of the unit because my gut told me something might happen. When I met the rental, the people, the family, they were excellent. And they still are excellent people. I'm not saying that. But once you start accusing me, it always takes a turn, guys. So we are still waiting on the claim for that. We're still waiting on the hold for that. Now, I do have an $1,100 deposit on hold. That's what I require of my units. As I told you plenty of times, make sure you have a deposit. I'm waiting to see how Roamly handles that issue, guys. Stay tuned for part 3. And if you would, smash subscribe. Let me know. Was I right? Was I wrong? Could I have did something a little bit better? And maybe I can even answer it more in details below what I might have missed in this video. I'll see you here in a bit.